I define diversity as everyone being included. I think no matter what, obviously religion, race, personality you are, sexuality, there's a great range of diversity across this earth.
Could have a tall friend, a short friend, smart friend, not so smart friend.
Being an Aboriginal player in the AFL, I guess I get to see a lot of kids come into an AFL environment and just seeing the smile on their faces and being included.
Diversity means equality, feeling like you can do whatever you want without feeling excluded in any way, feeling like you're exactly like the person standing next to you.
I think no matter who you are, where you're from, you should be included in everything, and so that's what diversity means to me. A time where I've seen diversity celebrated, obviously in the AFL we have 2 rounds now. We have Indigenous round, we also have multicultural round.
The grand final not long ago, whether we won or we lost, in that day, in that moment, female football was being celebrated no matter what gender you were.
The AFL Women's Grand Final, so I was at that game and it's just awesome to see all the support that our girls got. That was a really good celebration of diversity.
Been on the recent Indigenous All-Stars camp to Broome. That's a great time for me to be around other Aboriginal players and get their ideas on how I can make a difference around the country to the kids growing up playing AFL, to parents wanting role models to their kids.
I saw diversity at its finest when in under-15s I was playing at a state carnival and there was a team from up north in North Queensland. They had a great mixture of Indigenous boys and then non-Indigenous boys. I think just their ability to work as a team and really break down those barriers of multiculturalism, they worked well together, which allowed them to succeed.
A point where I felt excluded would have to be, say a bunch of friends went to the movies and didn't invite me, not because they didn't like me, but because they thought I wouldn't like the movie. It sort of made me feel a little bit sad because I think everyone deserves a chance to give something a go, whether that's something as simple as a movie or a different game or a different lifestyle.
When I first moved up to Brisbane from Geelong, I was sort of an outcast and I guess it wasn't very fun being the new guy at the club.
Back in my junior football days, tryouts for the local competition came around and unfortunately I was told that I was too small, not big enough, and that hit home really hard to me. I went away and obviously worked on other areas, just focused on the areas that I could get really good at because I didn't think I was going to be growing too much more.
When I first moved from England to Australia, I was bullied because of where I came from, what I looked like, the fact that I had an English accent, and that separated me from some of the other girls, and it made me feel really uncomfortable in my own skin and made me feel like I wanted to be something else.
My greatest feeling of exclusion was probably in high school. We went on a school camp together. I feel my mates were excluding me from the activities that were going on at camp. It's important that if you do feel excluded, that you don't get too down about it and do something about it. So.
Something I would tell my 10-year-old self is be inclusive of everyone, because you never know what life gives you depending on how you take it.
I wish someone would have said to me, no matter what height, shape, size, where you were from, it didn't matter, as long as you got treated equally. I wish that I had received that bit of advice, especially as a 10-year-old and going right up through my teenage years as well.
Just to be more honest with my feelings. I guess if I could have done that or listened to that advice earlier in my life, I guess I could have handled a lot of situations better. Just not ignoring your feelings and putting them to the side.
When you're feeling down, obviously as a young kid, if you're feeling excluded, it's very important to talk to your parents, talk to people around you, talk to your friends, let everything that you feel out and really express yourself.
If I could go back and tell my 10-year-old self something, it would definitely be just forget about what other people think and just do what you've got to do and be yourself and celebrate the fact that you're being yourself.